I'm in my bag today. You try me and I'm on your ass today. I'm getting cash today. These niggas be capping like masquerades. I got a master play. My rebels gon' put on their mask today. Come up the faster way. We get to the money and blast away.
Okay, so going back now, your mother has the kids. You said that, of course, you always have a stable job, but now again, you have less access to them. They're there. Now, obviously, you got off the drugs and stuff now, and you're doing good, and you're rebuilding those relationships, right? And during those moments, I know you said that you didn't feel like the way that you were living, or you feel as if you weren't stable enough for your children to be with you, and you knew that they were in good hands and good care with your mother and your Gigi father. But have you ever spoken to your children about, because see, sometimes we think we're doing what's best for our children, right? Yeah. But in turn, how it makes our children feel. Like, we feel like it's the best thing, but then like our children will feel as if it wasn't, because they just wanted their mom. Like you said, your older daughters would say, "Hey, mom, I want you to come home." Have you ever spoken to them about how that made them feel without like growing up with you consistently around?
I have. They were hurt. They were very hurt because everybody else had their mother or father in their life, and they didn't have neither one of their parents in their life. So, yeah, that was not good for him. It was like, why did you leave us? Why didn't you come back? And I tried to explain to them to the best of my ability what was going on. And my mom and my grandmother was telling them, "Oh, she's out there on them drugs. She's out there on them drugs." All kind of things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, I don't know. Like I said, back in those days, it was just, it is what it is. No sugarcoating anything. So
now we fast forward. Okay. And you have one of your sons. He starts doing YouTube, right? And then he becomes this big phenomenon, right? And how do you feel?
Actually, it was two.
Two of them. Okay.
Yeah. First there was Anthony, mm-hmm. Jinx, the rebel. Mm-hmm. No, actually it's three. All three of my sons. But yeah, first there was Jinx. He was the YouTube king. Yeah. Then CJ, so cool. Jinx taught him everything, and he skyrocketed. Then we have Kenneth. Ken's so cool. And he does podcasts and regular YouTube and all that. Yeah.
And I know that there was some mentions of you during the drug abuse, that you were prostituting as well.
Prostituting. Never prostituted a day in my life. Never had to. I always kept a job to support myself as well as my habit. So that's false.
Do you know where that kind of came from?
CJ had an interview a long while ago. And I guess the interviewer asked him about me. And he said, well, my mom didn't raise me, nor my father. My mom is a drug addict, and so is my father. Also, she was a prostitute. And I'm like, wow, where did the prostitution come in at? I mean, maybe he figured that it came with the territory. He didn't know anything about drug use like that, because he's young. He didn't know anything about it. So maybe he felt like I don't know. I never really got a chance to really ask him where that came from.
So it's safe to say you've never prostituted?
Never prostituted in my life.
Glad to hear that. We're not judging. I'm just glad.
No.
Is there anything else that you would want your fan base and people who maybe are just on the outside looking in to know about you?
I'm real. All these false narratives that's coming up about me, from people that I thought were friends and people that don't even know me, but they going off of what my son said that I was. At the end of the day, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect by a long shot. I'll never be perfect. But I'm doing the best I can to make up for my past. I know I can't turn back the hands of time, but I'm just me, I'm just me.
And who is that? All your, hardships, everything that you've been through the addiction and, through losing your children, because I'm sure that had to be like one of the hardest things that you have gone through. What would you like to say to people who are struggling, one, with addiction or just struggling with anything in life, period?
Don't give up. Don't give up. Anything you put your mind to, you can do it. If you want to stop, you will stop. You have to get away from certain places that remind you of things like that. Definitely people that do the same things that you do. You have to distance yourself away from people and things. I'm not going to say it was an easy task for me. It was hard as hell. I went back and forth until I finally said, okay, enough is enough. I'm done. I said, I'm not going to say that the road is going to be easy for anybody out there that may be struggling with that evil thing that I endured. But don't give up. Don't give up.
We out here swarming, we in this bitch, all the stress with the click rebels playing that night, shoot up shit till the morning. Niggas can't hate any time of the day, but we still getting paid, ain't gon' rain till it's pouring, storming everywhere.